Okay guys, things are starting to come online. It seems I don't have the chat correctly yet. I have delays for some reason on the chat. Come on, give me the chart, please. Come on. Waiting for the chat to come online. I don't have it yet. Why is that? That's a good question. Everybody's guess, I would say. I can't do that also. Anyways, still struggling. Why is it struggling that way today? That's weird. Okay, give me a bit more time. I need to move to backup. Hopefully the backup is charged enough and it will work. Let's see. Why is it not loading? Okay, I will cut it once and see. Okay, backup is coming online. It seems. Okay, I should be on the chat with the backup at the moment. Oh, and the other one finally works. Okay. Well, I'll put the backup on hold in the backpack. We'll go to it if need be. So today we are doing a real conditions test of the mic and lens setup. So if you have any comment about it, you know, blurriness or strange sounds and stuff, please let me know. So let's give it a try. My own blurriness check. Damn, I need to reload this. Okay, it goes nicely. Okay, I seem to have some blurriness to the left. So let's see what I can do about that. Here we seem to be okay. We are almost leveled. That will be good enough for today. And I have the big mic on, so hopefully the mild wind we're having now is not an issue for you. Hopefully. So today we are at the station Tanimachi 4 chôme, Tanimachi 4 chôme, which leads to quite a few interesting spots. So actually it's a historical spot and also a tourism spot. So let's start with what we have in front of our eyes. So this is a kind of warehouses. It's a reproduction of a warehouse that was built in the 5th century on the site of Osaka, with an old style roof. So here you have the information. The site of ENG warehouses, large elevated floor warehouses built around the later half of the 5th century were discovered here on the northern edge of the Uemachi Plateau. 16 such warehouses were constructed, arranged in an orderly fashion. Each warehouse, which is not the same spelling anymore, warehouse covering an area of 10 meters by 9 and having the characteristic multiple supporting posts and Hiromiya roofing style. It is believed that they were constructed by the same great king who built the large tumuli in Mozu and Furuichi in order to make a display of its great power. So basically, in the first centuries, Osaka was a trading point, the connection between sea and land, basically. That's how Osaka developed. And so back in the day they had those warehouses. Trying to optimize the level, but it's going off already. Come on, boy. Okay. So those are warehouses of the 5th century. The start of the archaeological traces of Osaka. So why we have this here? Because they found it nearby, and also we do have here in the building next to it the Museum of Osaka's history, which is here, and on the other side there we do have the ruins of the Imperial Palace of Naniwa. To make things simple, it's a bit more complicated than that, but that will do for today. Hello Shenril. Shenril, how is the sound? Do you have any weird sound, and do you have any blurriness on the screen? Is the wind bothering as well? So here we will have an interesting exhibition we will want to see in the near future. Hayashi, decadent and grotesque images of beauty in modern Japanese art. So some kind of old subject, but with modern techniques and imagery. So on est presque à la maison, oui. Le son est ok, l'image est ok. Parce que je fais des tests, je suis sur micro externe. Donc si tu as le moindre sifflement, le moindre grésillement ou n'importe quoi, il faudrait que tu me dises. C'est ok? Je te montrerai le setting. Je suis un peu plus lourd maintenant là. So we'll come back to this museum soon, and we will go have a look at what I just said is there. We will go have a look at the ruins of the Imperial Palace. Yeah, but je suis dans la mousse et j'ai un masque aussi, donc entre le masque. Attends, je vais Là je parle sans masque, je parle directement dans le micro. Le micro il est bien face à moi à 15 cm. Est-ce que la voix est trop étouffée? Là j'ai la voix à nu toujours et je vais passer sous le masque. Là maintenant je suis sous un masque. Est-ce que c'est le masque qui fait la différence ou est-ce que c'est le micro? On entend que c'est étouffé, ok. Ah, la peau de chat c'est pas miraculeux malheureusement. C'est pas le masque, ok. Bah ce sera un son signature. So this site to the right, where are we going, is the ruins of the Naniwa Palace, which was a second residence and for a very short period of time main residence for the emperor before he moved from Nara to Nagaoka and Heian, which is Kyoto now. I have a hard time keeping the image straight. It slides off. So those ruins are actually open to the public, you know, you can even play on it basically. What was really, I guess it might be a reproduction even. They removed everything that was of value, I guess, and just reproduced apparent ones. This palace was lost for a long time and historians think that it is the right place, think it is the right building, but we actually have no assurance, no certitude about it. Because even the history is not that clear about what that palace was, so you don't know. If you don't know what you're actually looking for and you don't know where it is, you don't have much. So here we will get some explanation. So the Naniwa no Miya Palace was situated around the site between 645 and 793 AD. Not much was known about the palace until the archaeological discovery of fragments of Shibi ornamental fish-shaped ridge end tiles in 1953. The excavations confirmed the structure of the main palace, the imperial office and other governmental buildings. This site, covering a total area of 90,677 square meters, is designated as an important national historic site. And you do have the map of it right here. So we'll go on it. Not very impressive, but you know. Oh, in the back you can see the Osaka Castle. So here's some aerial view to make your mind about it. You have what it must have looked like back in the day there, actual proportion here, and you have the site from the top showed here. So this site was lost a long time ago. You see that it's not really, protected or maintained that much. You have grass everywhere. See, it feels quite abandoned. So this red is actually foundation, the evocation of the foundations of one of the side buildings. You do have over there foundations of other buildings of the complex. This was basically a walkway, the red part. Some parts banging. I need to put something to attenuate the shocks. The new setting is noticeably heavier, unfortunately. I guess I would have to pump some iron to prepare for this, to make it easier to stream. So here we are. So that's the main remains, the main ruins of the entrance door to the imperial quarters. Might have been a hall for ceremonies as well, and welcomes and stuff. Désert de Gobi, oui. So here you see, you can see the castle in the back over there. There is also the commemoration building we will go see after over there. So what is in front of us, actually, this part is what was the imperial part of the palace. This would be the gate or the summoning hall for people, and beyond that would be only for the emperor and his court. So let's have a look at the 360, our surroundings. Weather is not fantastic today. So it's right in the middle of the city. And it's connected, you know, to the edge of that hill that basically starts in Tennoji and ends at the Osaka Castle. That used to be way more dissociated to the city. It was higher, but with modern constructions and things, now you cannot really feel the hill that much anymore, except when you're walking. In the landscape you can't really see it. And so the warehouse we saw before was actually made by the ancestors of the main family of Osaka. That could be imperial, could be not. We don't really know. At least it was the main family. We don't know if it mixed up with imperial family or if they were imperial family. Traces are not that clear. So that is it for the ruins of the castle, of the palace, not the castle, sorry. So here you have the Museum of History, behind you have NHK, and to the side you have the tribunal and the detention center. Brand new, few years old only. This place is great to see in May. This is wisteria, I think that's called in English. So when it's blooming, it's quite fantastic. And during summer, it provides a very nice shade. Buongiorno Pei. Come stai? So we stay on this side, so we're gonna cross on the ground level. My day is doing okay, going okay, no much problem. What about you? How are you doing today? So that ochre building to the left, the museum, we will go visit it sometime soon, but I need to have more time than I have today to put this on the schedule, but we'll get in. They have lots of small scale reproductions of things, so it's pretty interesting, even though the explanation is not so much in other languages than Japanese. You can still get some stuff that is quite interesting. And that building with the round thing, that is the tribunal and detention center. Other buildings down to the left are prefectural administrations. So today we'll do some part of the Osaka-jo Park, Osaka Castle Park. We'll do some part of the south part with two main things, and we'll keep the main part for another day. Yeah, it could be raining soon, yes. Unfortunately. So to the right we have a building quite big, always closed. So on the sculptures. You will notice that you have children on top, woman playing piano, and a man in official clothes reading some kind of registry. All the kids are nicely lined up and stuff. Yes, but I like those. That's my job, to find them and show them. The fancy place, the fun places, the otaku and geek places, that's for others to do. I do what they don't. Here you see some kids walking and running and falling against what seems to be wind, strong wind, and water, rain. Okay, woman holding a small one, leading a few others, the man having one on his back and helping two others go on. So you see that the theme of those engravements is children. We have children in a school setting, I would say, to the right, and to the left we have them facing hardship, the weather. So what does all this mean? Let's try to get some information about it. So actually, if we go back down, there is a small thing I skipped when I walked by. Let's have a look at this to get an explanation, maybe. Here to the left. Here we go. Try to give you. So the name of the place is Kiyohikuto. Okay, Education Tower. What is that about? Here it is. Education Tower was built in 1936 and initially served as a memorial to school teachers and students who had died in a typhoon 2 years before. The storm, one of the most powerful ever recorded at the time, hit at the start of the school day, and more than a quarter of the 990 lives it claimed in Osaka were those of children and teachers. Many schools of that era were wooden structures that could not withstand powerful storms, and more than 200 of Osaka's educational institutions were reportedly destroyed or badly damaged by the typhoon's winds. Stories later circulated of teachers who heroically risked their lives to lead students to safety or attempted to shelter them as the building collapsed. The construction of Education Tower was funded by public donations, and since the end of World War II it has been managed by the Japan Teachers Union. Today the memorial honors educators and students in general, including those killed in subsequent disasters, such as the great Hanshin earthquake that hit the city of Kobe in 1995. So, in 1934, the Typhoon Jane actually hit Osaka straight, and it was a disaster. The back part of the city was flooded with a few meters of water, and so we had a very, very heavy number of casualties made by the storm. Many people, including many kids, died because of that storm. I will show you later on one more place that talks about Typhoon Jane. It's a big disaster that was forgotten for a while in Osaka. We had places like this, but people didn't really keep it in mind. And the big typhoon we got in 2018, I think that was the first one That was the first one in the last 50 years. So connected to, that was the biggest one since Jen in 1934. The only one of the same strength. So here you get a nice view of the castle with the first moat. Actually, you don't see the castle, you see some buildings. The only other buildings remaining of the castle. It used to have buildings all around, but it was burnt over time. So only those remain. And the donjon in the middle has been rebuilt. Finished in 1931. Oops, sorry. Okay. So going this part of the park, we have one more place of interest, which is a museum again. So we're gonna walk for a little while, just enjoy the nature of Osaka Castle Park. Yeah, it's a very nice park. The one that is liked by runners. People who prepare marathons and things, they do run around it. You have a nice protected space around it, so it's very convenient for training. Some parts were worked like Japanese gardens, so it's usually not maintained that well, but you do have some part like this one, this part here. It should have water, but it doesn't, as usual. You will have noticed by now in the public parks. But you do have the remains of what used to be a pond with a fall around here. When it was made, I'm pretty sure it was fantastic. Now, not so impressive anymore. I guess it can be interpreted as a refurnishing of the place as a dry landscape garden. Kind of an abuse of the language, but anyway. Those technical areas were abandoned for quite a while. Not everything is shiny and modern in Japan. you do have decay and abandonment. Cherry blossoms above us, so of course this is a great place for pictures and during sakura time. People come, have picnics and things under those trees. So here we do have access to parkings and things. Small shrine in front of us, under the trees. So this place was a firing field at some point, when the castle was remilitarized. And here you have a small shrine. It's a Jizo. So it's a Buddhist place. So we keep going this way and we will end up the place we want to see today. Of course we'll take a peek to the left. That was a small shrine to where you can ask for protection and things like this. It was a small cannon, I think. So we'll take a peek to the left so that you can enjoy the moat and the walls. Here, this clearing should be alright. Yes, we will keep a bit of the right part. So you have to imagine that all those walls were topped with buildings, 2 to 3 stories buildings. Thank you, little duck. Here we have a small Lawson, public bathrooms and stuff. We keep on going. Sorry, I tried to stop the thing from bumping. It's a bit of a difficult challenge to not pull the cable. Stabilization of the phone is not that easy with that much weight on it. So the park is a no drone zone. You cannot fly drones around here. It is good to remember. So this is a place I want to show you next. It is the Peace Museum, preserving the memories of the Osaka Air Raids. Okay, it's only 100 meters to the east, they say. So when you reach here, actually, you keep going on this road here. You take the curve, then you do hit the bathroom right here. And behind the bathroom you actually have the museum, the Peace Center Museum over there, which has known a few, at least one scandal since it opened, about recognition of Japanese war crimes in China and Korea. So the place is closed today. We will come back to it. I didn't plan to get in, so it's alright. You see they have an adapted schedule. You see that all those blue days were closed because of the state of emergency. Today, Monday, is a usual day off. From now on we can come. It will be open. Should be alright. It's an interesting visit. I did it before. I have the documentation. It's not expensive at all. It's 250 yen to visit, and it gives you a good insight about Osaka through the war. The city didn't have it rougher than other places like Dresden and this kind of places, but it didn't have an easy time either. The end of the war was very traumatic for the Japanese, and here you have a commemoration, some kind of shrine, actually a civil shrine, we could say. So the interesting part that goes from here to the left, that's Molinomiya. That will be for another day. We will have places to see in Molinomiya. So for today we go back to our Tanimachi Yon Chôme station, Tanimachi 4 Chôme station, which is our reference point for the day. So the park keeps on going to the right, going down. It's one of the few places where you feel the hill on top of which we are. But that will be for another day. We need to keep stuff on the schedule. We should try to not run out of content. Shouldn't do too much at a time. My hand is hurting like hell at the moment. Need to change hand. The change of weight is taxing again. Fortunately, only joint issues, hand muscles, no arms, so it's okay. Moving back to the right hand. Bonjour Red. So you see it is paradise for runners and such. And today dates going on all over the place. Comment ça va, Rennes? Ça va pas mal, ça va pas mal. Nouveau micro, lentille grand angle. On commence à faire du contenu durable. So here we are in the small section of the park actually. It's only a few dozen meters wide between the moat and the road. On the other side it's way wider. Bigger park there. I don't know what tree is this, but the flowers of it are huge compared to others I have seen. It seems the flowers are proportional to the edge of the tree, and those flowers are huge now. Those flowers are bigger than my hand. Well, my hand is small, but still. Oh, someone practicing his instrument. Trumpet. It's a habit for people to come practice their instrument in the park during sunny days. You often have quite a few of them around, mostly brass, but this person is no exception. So we'll try to get a view with this building over the moat. Looking at this. What about that? Okay, the trumpet is plus emergency services, bit too much. So you've seen that we have many runners around here. It's a really, we have classes actually of endurance running around the castle, even up to late at night. You have people running around midnight as well. With people's schedule and the heat of the summer, you know, midnight is actually an okay time to run. So that was one small tease of the castle and its park. The main part will be for later date. We will come back to it. We'll come back to the Peace Museum as well once it's open. So actually from tomorrow. I don't know, I didn't decide the schedule for tomorrow, so maybe it will be tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see. Tomorrow I don't have to rush to the place out of work and go film before work, so I might more likely try a place that is further away and preserve those close by places for Mondays and Wednesdays. So, as I was saying before, to the left you have the NHK building, NHK Osaka. It's written on the building. The ochre building to the left of it is a museum of Osaka's history, and the big building to the right with the round shape at its side or corner, that is the tribunal and detention center. So we are going back toward Tanimachi for Chôme, which is our reference station today, and we'll go around to see if there is anything interesting. Do we want to go down to the administration? No, I don't think so. Prefectural administration is not that fantastic. So we'll go down this way. So we move from the very peaceful park to the downtown. So it's going to be more urban around here. We might actually try to stop at a cafe to settle down. If we find a cafe with a nice enough menu and a view, we might do that. Yeah, a cross, yes. Et c'est même pas une église, c'est un hôtel. Avec avec un temple luthérien à l'intérieur. So you actually have two hotels right behind each other. So the one in the back is Primrose Osaka, that's the big grey one, and the one in front it's Le Luther, which is specialized in weddings mostly, and they have a Lutheran temple in it. So that's why they show off more cross than usual. It's a nice combination to have an hotel and an actual temple. So welcome to our Lutheran Osaka church since 1917. It's open like any church. And it is integrated to the hotel, the Lutheran. You know, an hotel on theme basically. Let me see if they say the church is open. Let's see if I can just get a glimpse. I can't, it's closed. The place is closed. Open. Oh, inside is open, but it's dark. So we are going down to the actual exits of the station, Tanimachi for Chôme. You see, it was very close. It is very close to the park of the Osaka Castle, to NHK, to the Museum of Osaka's History. So the street leaving to our left is the street that goes to Tanimachi 6 Chôme, which is a place where you had the Philip Stark building, Le Ballon Vert, if you remember. So on the street itself, not much to see. We'll cross, have a look in the back streets, and walk toward Tanimachi 6, I think. Luther a fondé en 1517 pour ça l'affiche. Oui, Luther a fondé le luthérianisme. Oui. La branche majeure du protestantisme face au calvinisme. So the exits of this station had a redesign recently. Not all of them are done, but you can see on the other side of the street, as a reference to the castle and things, they do have some kind of stone design to the outside, but not all exits have been remade yet. Monaco, yes, you know, they give strange names to buildings. You don't know whatever reference they wanted to make. It's not that clear usually. So let's see, quite a few people on the street. Oh, boulangerie café with maybe real bread. But no view, so not where we would like to stop. Let's have a look at this corner. What do we have around? Let's see. Not much promises around that. Down there we have a boulevard we might reach, and to the left don't see anything promising, so we'll go down to the next boulevard. Wow, that's a big space to my right. That will be quite a tower they will build there. That was a funky bike. Oh, because it might interest some people. Let's see. Places to rent. Prices. So the rent is the third number from the top every time. And it's in tens of thousands. So at the bottom you have something that is 37,000 for a one room in Tanimachi. This neighborhood is slightly expensive. It's in the upper half. within Osaka. So let's see, same deal here. Do we have anything that looks interesting from far away? To the right we do have a park. Down we go to a boulevard, and to the left we reach the Tanimachi highway. So we'll try the park to the right actually. We'll see if we find anything of interest with the park. Yet another hotel. The hotel Maestay is Otemae. Okay. Maestay is a big brand now. They have quite a few hotels in Osaka. Indian restaurant to the left. So we are basically 2 blocks away from the big building we saw before in Tanimachi that had a round design on top, if you remember. Some textile going around here. And that park is a park for kids. Okay, nothing much to expect from it. Maybe the upper side is a bit different. Let's push to the upper side. Okay, the upper side of the park seems to be a bit special. We'll get close to it to see. Looks like a practice ring for bicycles and such. Oh, there are benches. I will stop at the bench to get a drink. Yeah, there is a small track of asphalt that kids can use to practice. I'm not sure that's what it was meant for, but it's definitely what's happening. So let me put the orientation. Yes, that tree is feeling very alone in its own species and place. Definitely. Humidity is up, pretty hard. When you're among trees without wind, it's pretty hard. Very hot. Those trees have a strange cut. They are leaning in. Okay, here's a boy with a PSG tunic. What? Why would you do that to a cat? Okay, my drink is done. We'll start again. There we go. Some of the signs are, you know, a bit disturbing. Here they ask people to not practice golf in the park. Old guys often go in the park to practice their swing, and sometimes they hit something, so it flies away and they hurt people. Since you have so many kids around here, they forbid it. Okay, so, well, nothing special, just some city arrangement. Not too bad, but nothing fascinating. So since we went that way, let's keep going this way for today. We have only 30 minutes left, so you know, no need to push in somewhere. We're going back to Tanimachi. The station we've done before, so we will nicely connect to the past doing this, so it's good. Here you have a food truck with burgers. I won't go for burgers. That's nice of them. I guess they have a spot being here. Oh, look at that building to the left. It is an interesting design. The mix of colors and shapes. The tree is going there. It's reminiscent of many things in Japan. Let's go in front of it. Red, if you're still here, I found something for you. That place over there is called Ivresse. You see it? Look at this, Ivresse. Special dedicates to dedicating this to Red Blaireau. So let's have a look at this building from front. It has like esoteric signs to the side of the building. HIS with a cross and IHS and a cross, a button, a question mark. Here we go. That's a very unusual design. It seems it's mostly businesses, not homes. Let me have a look. Here we are. Yeah, it's... Oh, there is a shop that is called Blue Cheese. It's 103. What would Blue Cheese be? Blue Cheese Inc. bluecheese.co.jp. Good Test Blue Cheese. They have seats, they have books. I don't know what it is. No explanation. Remember it, guys. bluecheese.co.jp. We need to check this out. It is those small buildings you wonder what they are about. It's you wonder what they live off and stuff. Businesses that are mostly out, it seems. Always intriguing. Faut que je regarde quand j'ai stream la dernière fois pour savoir quand j'ai picolé. Il y a 2-3 jours du coup, parce que je t'ai vu online un soir où je pouvais pas passer. C'était il y a pas longtemps. Architecte. Jeudi, pas très longtemps. The Bacardi place over there. This is Nanaha Ko Sweets. So this is pâtisserie. What do they seem to have? Regular, good-looking cakes. Seems fine. Here we have a cafe and tea room. The bottle oven. A specialty. Special coffee. No, specialty is coffee, okay. Specialty coffee, maybe to know. Ocha sandwich. Scones. Seems nice, not too expensive. View is not fantastic, but yeah, it seems okay. And she has a ordinaire bicycle. Here you have some rental electric bicycles, the loops. That's with QR code. It's electric. The loop, he must go out. I killed the gimbal. No, it's okay, it came back. Lucky. Thank you, La Suzanne girl, and welcome. Yeah, I'm trying new stuff. I have a new mic, a new lens. I'm trying something big, but I just noticed I'm in the red for my phone, so I need to settle down somewhere to charge. So here we have a mailbox. Should be able to deal with that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm bringing back thing. Merci Red. So how will it handle things? I don't know. We'll see. The battery is a cable. We plug stuff into stuff. Oops. That's one thing. I will have to get rid of that. Okay. Then I put this in here. How does the gimbal react? So far so good. And the phone is charging. Nice. Now I put the bag back on. So far so good. The chat back on. Jusque là tout va bien. And then I take back the gimbal in my hand and we're good. Nice. Okay. Oh, how surprising. Guys, coming down from Tanimachi somewhat to Tanimachi, quite not straight, I have to say, we hit a building that is of interest for our video game playing guys, our video game playing buddies. Look at that. What did we find? We found the Capcom building. That's very surprising. I didn't know we have such a place around here. Could it be an important place? I don't know. You tell me, guys. Is Osaka anything special to Capcom? Or is Capcom anything special to Osaka? See? Capcom is in the place. This is a Capcom building. How surprising. I am very disturbed by this discovery. I didn't expect to find this. So you have at least two buildings. I'm not such a specialist. You have at least two buildings. You have this one and actually the big grey one in the back as well. I don't think they are connected. I wonder if we would see anybody famous coming out of those buildings. I wonder. Capcom doesn't have that many big names anymore, so yeah, 4:45. I don't think you would have anybody coming out of the office at that time. We are too early. So I'll get rid of my bottom. We say hi to the guy at the Capcom building. And we keep going that way. So you see that big grey building? That's a Capcom as well. Olympus. Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, sucks. To the left is a Capcom building as well. To the right is a Capcom building. Very high security on those places. You cannot really bother at the exits. You have guards around, so they make sure that employees are not bothered. And we do reach a place we've seen before, the channel we followed from Kitahama to Dotonbori under this highway, suspended highway. So what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna stay on the Tanimachi side and go up to the river and follow the river back to Tanimachi and maybe walk back to Tanimachi Yon, maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. Tanimachi is the next station, it's quite close, so it makes no difference between Tanimachi and Tanimachi Yon actually. Do you have any issues with sound or stuff since I plugged in my battery? Oh, they have lots of foldable bikes here. Look, they have the Carry Me with its tiny wheels and its high seat. Can be folded very nicely to carry around. Not completely light, but easy to carry around. You have different designs for the foldable. This one as well with a triangle is pretty interesting. Plastic transmission chain. The one behind as well is very reminiscent of beginning of the 20th century. Lots of interesting bikes in here. The Strida is interesting as well, with a big thing. That's an interesting one. Actually, you know, if I was going around with an affordable bike, that is one that I would consider because it looks good. Well, the price looks good as well. 6,000, almost 6,000 euros for a bike. I'm not there yet. I wish. Oh, Capcom back entry. Nice looking design house to the left. So the channel is behind those buildings on the left. We are parallel to it and walking toward the river. This side has not been modified to have people walking by. Look, we are at the level of the sluice, if you remember. We have the sluice here. Or sluice. No, double O even, yeah, should be sluice, yeah. Some gardening places, soccer bar, garage. Hello, Victor. Nice little bar, too, actually. Nice. This one is in this industrial field. Here we have the first bridge we saw when we did the channel walk with the lanterns on it. You see? How are you, Victor, today? I'm fine. I'm at the end of the stream actually. So we started with a few places, we finish reconnecting to places we've seen before. Nobody complained about the image, nobody complained about sound, so I think that the real conditions test went smoothly. We are enjoying a wider view and a muffled sound, but not too bad. We had wind a few times, so I will have to check the VOD to see how bad it was. We have mic and lens. We have a Rode mic, batteryless, and a wide angle lens that works well, but used to be too heavy for the gimbal. And at the moment it's working fine. Quite satisfied with that. That ochre building in the middle of the screen, okay, that's a Pont du Ciel. That's a very expensive French restaurant in Osaka, one of the most expensive, by a grand chef from France. I forgot who it is. It's not the main one. It's not Ducasse. It's not Robuchon. It's someone else. The gimbal didn't overconsume battery. It's keeping the horizon kind of okay. Not perfectly flat, but you know, not too far from it. So far so good. Yes, it's conclusive. To the right, the ochre building, the light ochre building, it's a triangle building actually, you know, so you have the corner there that is a sharp, even it's round, it's a sharp corner. So it's an old-fashioned building. We'll try to go, yes, down here to the river. So you recognize Nakanoshima to our left hand side. We've been there. We'll go again if you've not seen those episodes, those streams. We'll go back there. It's the island in the middle of the city. We have somewhat of a view here. See how I can stabilize it nice enough. Okay. We'll keep the hole over there to the left, and we have the island around us. So this is the park part of this island. You have the rose garden behind this elevated highway. City Hall in the back over there. So when this part is open, actually it's good. This little park has no interest but to stay like this. I bring my drink, I sit here. Can give you a view of the place. So I never understood how that restaurant can have such a big building. It's the only business in it as far as I know. But they have this huge building for it. It doesn't quite make sense to me. Can I actually walk under there? Is that a flight of stairs or not? No, it's not. Okay. So we are reaching the Kitahama station. No, actually no. Kitahama station is the next one. Okay, so we are between Kitahama and Tanimachi, which is on the Keihan train road, and we are reaching Tanimachi station, which is on the Keihan line and on the Tanimachi line of the subway. So all this is pretty close, very walkable distance. Is the wind bothering you right now? I had a few gusts of wind. Did you notice them? To the right, I don't know how to say that in English, but in French it's la bourse du travail. Même chose qu'en France. They do have a hello work, Pôle emploi station now. They do also provide space for employees when the companies are in trouble and stuff. Yeah, it's called now the Osaka Shigoto Field. Was there long time ago. Nothing that special on that side. There is a riverside part to this street. We've done it before, so for this time I'm going through the busy street to show you. But this walk, you can do it following the river, with less noise but no shop. I will take the next left to show you. Oh, fire department. There was an incident of some kind. So you have a nice restaurant here. You also have an activity company to go on the river. So here we are on the upper part. The river bank, actually close to the water, is actually open as well. That will wait for the firefighters to be gone. I think they're done, but I don't want to run into issues. You see, we have a church thingy again there with a cross. Quite a few Christian places around. So I think I will reach the riverbank, and that will be our last image for the day. How come they had so many trucks in that place? This looks like a car burning in the downstairs parking lot. Is that what happened? I don't know. Okay guys, I will put you down for the final shot. I have to deal with all the wires and things. Okay. So it's too bad to have those bikes in the way. Let me try to get a better shot of something. Yeah, I guess going there would be good. Give me a second, we will change spot. I do a pre-rearrangement of the bag. To make it easier, change the mask. Okay, everything's gonna go on top of that, should be alright. The charge has been going on nicely, I will take it off. Yep. Okay. Okay, the final shot will be on that grey concrete wall. It should provide us with a better view over there, I think, somehow, somewhere under the rainbow, definitely. That space is closed. Okay, why did they close it? Still much in the way though. It's hard to find a good spot right here. If I could get in, I could manage something, but okay, then we'll hit the floor. Or maybe not. What about here? That could be all kind of too much of the fence in front of us. So it's gonna be the floor over there. Hang in there, guys. This is all for the last shot. So let's see. Are we getting any close to anything good going here? Let me get rid of this as much as I can. Nah, too bad. So it would have to be handheld above those. Okay, here we go. If you want a clean shot, you need to make it yourself. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the walk, our little walk today from Tanimachi. We went to see NHK and the ruins of the Imperial Palace. Then we saw the Museum of History of Osaka, and we also saw the Osaka Museum for Peace. Went through some part of the Osaka-jo Park and went back through the city up to Temabashi with a small look at the Capcom buildings, the one at the corner and the two beyond that. So for the video games fans, you know, I think that's a mecca somehow. And we end up here in front of Nakanoshima on the station Tanimachi where we've been before. So we connected to places we've seen in the past. That was a big fish. So I think it was a nice enough look for today. I'm quite happy with myself. So I think I will leave things here for today. Thank you for coming. If you want to know when will be the next time I will stream, you can follow me on my different socials. Informations are mostly on the Discord. If you speak French, you can follow the podcast. And if you like pictures, I have quite a few on my Instagram now, so you can have a look at them. Some of them were taken during the stream, from the stream. Some others are originals taken with a camera. So, you know, different styles, different views, different things around. Thanks a lot for coming today, and I will see you next time, which should be tomorrow. Maybe a bit earlier than today. We'll go a bit further before work, so we might be a bit further in Osaka, someplace like Hilano, I guess. Thanks a lot, guys. See you.